Are we getting notification? We have our notification. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. I just need to get our YouTube link so that we can put it in the community. And speaking of community, if you are an entrepreneur with a business that has yet made it to your first six figures and you are struggling to make it to your first six figures, we have support for you. We have a free community that you need to be a part of. And that community is at shaycannon.info/group. It's in matter of fact, if you join today, we just released our May calendar of what's going on in the group. And again, you're going to get all of that value for free. So you need to make sure that you join us, shaycannon.info/group. All right, I had to recycle a few times to get this link to come on up, but we now have the link. We've shared it in the community. Now the community can join us in the YouTube comments. So let's get started. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. It all starts with a blog, and this week's blog is at shaycannon.com/host, HOST. Because what we've been talking about all week is hosting events to sell your small business offer. Okay. What I'm talking about is having an event just to pitch your offer. Okay. That can be a game changer for your revenue and your bottom line. It's a very strategic move, especially for right now in these hard economic times where asking for the sale is getting a little harder and even making the sale is getting a little harder. So this is a great way to set it up to give them a lot of value and then to do an ask, right? So we're putting in the law of reciprocity. We gave something, and so they will want to give us something back. So we create this event that's just for them, right? And then we ask for our sale. We pitch our offer and ask for the sale. So part one was about preparation for sales event. So you need to catch that replay for part one to get more information on how to prepare for the sales event. Part two was about hosting the sales event. And we even, that's wrong. Part two was about, oh, that is right. Part two was about hosting the sales event. And we even went into detail about the types of events. Okay. So catch that replay. You don't want to miss it. And that replay, you know, at the end, we kind of did a little ministry there. So you don't want to miss that part around the end when we started talking about your ego versus serving. Okay. Great topic, great conversation. Catch yesterday's replay. That's part two. Today is part three. And what we're talking about is closing at the sales event. Okay. So we prepared for the sales event. Okay, we've hosted the event and we have presented. We talked about how to present and what to make sure to include. Now we're at the end where we're going to pitch. Okay, and now this is the part I need y'all to hear me. Stop trying to skip this part. Okay, stop trying to skip parts, right? Stop trying to be a martyr like you held an event just for the people. Well, you help the people more when you actually pitch your offer so that you can support them more. Because what we know is what you did for free or what you did for low cost is not going to be as transformational as the offer that event is supposed to lead up to. So don't be comfortable with the free stuff or the low stuff. And then when it comes time to make the ask, you're shying away. You barely make the ask. You don't make sure that you close strong. It is your duty to do all of these things, okay? Because that is where you actually get to serve. Not in the free stuff, not in the low stuff, in the thing that you pitch that you know is going to be transformational. Okay, so let's talk about closing. Now, what y'all know is the blog version is very limited. It says, you know, hey, when you close the sale, your approach should be grounded in integrity and clarity. And it should. So it says, number one, avoid disparaging your competition. Instead, focus on concepts that don't work, right? In general. But you don't even want to focus on your competition and what they're doing wrong or whatever. You want to focus on what you're doing right. Okay, that's what you want to highlight. It's your event. Next, you want to be honest and don't overpromise. Let me tell you something. Once we have planned out what this offer is and we know that that straight line from A to B is going to get them the transformation, and once we've done the next thing, which is planned out our limited time bonuses to help them to get off the fence quicker, don't be adding more stuff in there because you feel like the spotlight is on you and you got to make it better. Okay? That's what that overpromising is. Oh, well, let me just, if y'all go ahead and buy right now, I'll just go ahead and throw in a one-on-one. I'll do. And let me tell you how I hate when you throw in more of your time. Let me tell you how I hate when you throw in more access. No, that's why we plan these things out. When you feel uncomfortable, shut up. Present your offer, shut up. Okay? Give people time to process it, make decisions, all the things. Don't over promise. Okay? To me, when I see somebody over promising, that makes me think that their original offer wasn't good enough anyway. So don't overpromise. We already talked about limited time bonuses. So let me tell y'all about these bonuses a little bit. Most of you in your primary offer have bonuses built in. That's why you can't think of no more bonuses. Let me put it another way. Most of y'all have put everything in the kitchen sink in the basic offer for a low price, and now you don't have nothing to give away. Okay, let me put it another way. Okay, your offer should be a straight line of only what they need to get them from where they are to the transformation that you promised. That's it. That's all. Now, all that other stuff that you think about that may be good and it'd be great if they had this, and it'll be easier if they did this. All of those are your bonuses. Pull them out of the offer. Okay. All the time when I tell people, hey, what are your bonuses? And they be like, you know what? I've been trying to think of bonuses. I can't think of none. I already know you done overloaded your main offer. So look at your offer. What is in that offer that is not needed for them to have the transformation? It's nice, but it's not needed. Take it out. Now that's a bonus. Okay. So we do want to have an irresistible offer, but I want y'all to stop adding in everything as the basic thing. Okay. Now, last but not least, when you get them one-on-one in an interaction to close, I want you to prioritize listening, 2 ears, 1 mouth, prioritize listening over speaking. Okay, because the art of closing is more personalized than y'all understand. You have to listen to what they're saying, not be saying what you think. Okay, sales is about listening. This is why in part, what was it, part 1? It might have been part 2. I don't know. One of them parts, we told you should have a list of questions to get them talking. Part 1, Heather, thank you. Okay, you should have a list of questions to get them talking because you want them to talk. You shouldn't be doing all the talking. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to do in your one-on-one interaction. The second thing is you want to guide the potential client towards making a decision. Okay, and we do that by representing the transformation of this offer. Okay, we want to remind them of where they want to be, not where they are. Okay. Then we want to emphasize the value because people tell you they can't afford it or they don't have the money for it. It's because you haven't shown them the value. Because we pay for stuff all the time that we see the value, even stuff that don't really have value. Okay. So it's not about they don't have the money. It's about have you shown the value of it. Okay. Last but not least, restate the bonuses for time sensitive reasons because we want them to get off the fence now versus later. Now, that was the blog post. Let me go into the details that I have ready for you ladies and gentlemen, if Keith is listening. So generally, we definitely don't want to bash the competition, right? But we do want to bash what it is that the competition is either lacking, okay? Or something that they're doing that we know are not working, something that we don't agree with. We can stand on business and say that that's not right. We just have no need to label it as this is our competition or this is who the competition is, right? I say all the time, I don't have to pick a high price mastermind. I can just tell you most high price masterminds are high level strategies. And if you don't have a foundation in business, they're not going to work for you. I don't have to name one because it's true of all of them. Okay. So all I'm telling you, I'm educating you that if you don't have a foundation of clarity and structure for your business, all that money, you're not going to reap the rewards of those higher price strategies and the higher level strategies until you get your foundation together, right? And of course, that's my program. So that's how I position it. I don't have to call out a program because it's not about their program. And it's not even that their program does not have value. It's that people are rushing over there too quickly and wondering why they're sacrificing and can't make the payment and all these things. That didn't come first. Okay, so you see how I can talk about that and not talk about the competition itself. I'm talking about the concept. So we can definitely educate on the concept. Okay. Definitely want you to make your offer enough. We kind of talked about that, but I want to add in there, when you're selling, it's not about convincing, right? That's why a lot of y'all don't like to sell. You feel like you got to convince somebody that you're worthy or that your offer is worthy. The offer is enough. If you know you have worked that offer and gotten transformation for people before, I don't understand where your lack of confidence is coming from. And we don't have to convince anybody. We only need to see, are you aligned to take my offer, right? Are you right to get the best transformation for what I'm offering? That's what we need to know. I'm not convincing you, right? A lot of you right here know what I do. I don't convince you. We talk about it all the time, but I don't do high pressure sales, right? I don't do the type of sales that when we became entrepreneurs, we really didn't want to do, because we think about, the grimy used car salesman that's trying to sell the lemon and get over on people. We're not actually selling. We're trying to serve. And we need to find the people that are right for the service that we have, okay? The serving that we can do. So we don't convince. We present an offer for transformation, all right? Okay, again, it's not the price. It's your ability to demonstrate the value, okay? So that is a combination of pressing pain points to remind them that they need it, right? Talking about the transformation, that is the dream, the where they want to be, right? The desire, okay? And reminding them that they can have it, and that guess what? They can come out of pain at any time, because that's what you're offering, relief from pain, right? So you need to be able to show the value. Some of y'all are saying people are not buying, I need to lower the price. No, people are not buying. You need to do a better description of the value. We're going to lower our price down into brokenness. And we do that because we're broken. But I'm not going to start preaching today. But I'm just going to tell you, if your price is too low, you might need to go to Dr. Toya over there, our secret weapon for manifestation. But what I'm going to say is, your offer is enough. You are enough. We're not convincing. We're giving an opportunity for transformation. Okay. Next thing we're going to do. I like limited time bonuses. I also like disappearing bonuses. Let me tell you how. We as entrepreneurs have been taught about bonuses and limited time and all kinds of urgency. But when we experience it, our psychologists still act the same, don't it? Right? When I'm on a webinar and I already know I kind of want to get this offer, but I'm on the fence and they start disappearing bonuses, y'all want to see me get to that payment link? I'm talking about disappearing bonuses right on the sales event. Hey, the first 3 people. Hey, in the first 5 minutes, like that, you'll get this. Listen, I be on it, because I want if I pay my money, I want all of it, right? I don't want to come in late and pay the same thing and somebody got more than me. That's going to eat me up. Let me go and get in there. That's that psychology of sales, right? So play with those disappearing bonuses, right? But also limited time bonuses. And these are things that you have planned out as a strategy beforehand. These are not things that when you don't see nobody trying to pay or say anything and they're not engaging with you, you start throwing stuff in. It's not that, okay? Guarantees. This is something we didn't quite talk about in the blog. I want you to know that you can be using guarantees to reduce risk. Sometimes people are just coach hurt, okay? They tired of paying high dollar and getting low results. It's not your fault, but it's still there. They still want some kind of guarantee. So you can do free trials if that fits, right? You can do money back guarantees. Let me tell you how the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, especially with high price stuff, require you to give a refund in 3 days, no matter what, if they ask for it. You can just use that as a guarantee. You got to do it anyway. Right? I have a 3-day total, no questions asked refund guarantee, because you got to do it anyway by law, right? But you can also give a some money back guarantee, and that could be predicated on performance, right? So one of my guarantees is if during the time, we're going to say, like if my course is 8 weeks, if during those 8 weeks, okay, you logged into every course and watched every course, you did everything, and you didn't get any kind of transformation, yeah, I'm willing to give you a portion of your money back. Now, I can't take that knowledge out your head, so I'm not going to give you 100%, okay? But I will give you a portion of it back. That's one of my guarantees. You can have a guarantee that's conditional, because you know your service works or your offer works. So if they go through it and don't get a transformation, you know that's a fluke. And another thing is, what we know is if they go through it, they're going to get a transformation if they do all the things. So you can require that they do all the things before you get one, okay? Performance-based, that's really what that is, right? But some performance-based is, for example, I'm doing a project with Dr. Toya right now, right? So performance-based is, I definitely owe her some money back if I don't meet this deadline, right, of getting all her stuff done. That's performance-based. Did I do what I said I was going to do? Then if she needs some money back, right? So some of it is going to be based on your performance. So is your offer based on a performance that has to be done by a certain time, or has to be done a certain way, or has to get a certain result, right? For example, there are Facebook ad specialists out there. They might guarantee that you get a certain amount of impressions based on the performance of the ad. Well, if you don't get that number of impressions, now keep in mind, they're not going to guarantee you sales, but they might guarantee you reach, impressions, engagement, you know what I'm saying? Based on what they've done. So that's a performance guarantee. Satisfaction guarantee. Are you happy with it? That's what a lot of product-based businesses do, right? Service-based businesses don't do a lot of satisfaction, right? But you can think of ways of, are you satisfied, right? But that's more of a product base. I don't really do that as service based. So those are some more things of generally in closing. Let me give you some more one-on-one stuff. We already talked about that you should listen more than you talk. And that's where the questions that you have prepared come in, because they work better as a script, right? So this is what I need you to know. When you're closing, this is your job. Your job is to get them off the fence to make a buying decision. If they have not said no, they have not made a decision. Some of y'all are thinking that because they haven't said yes, that it's an automatic no. That's not it, okay? And your job is actually not to get a yes. Your job is to get a decision, yes or no. And when the answer is no, no means no. We leave them alone, right? You can put them in a funnel, whatever you want to do. But once they tell you no, we're done. Because again, we don't convince, okay? Now, you might want to replay that in your mind to see where did you go wrong with showing the value, where did you go wrong with even talking to this person, because maybe they're not even aligned with your offer. But once you hit the no, we're done. But if we don't get a yes and we don't get a no, we still going, because I need you to make a decision, okay? So keep that in mind. Again, we don't convince, we represent the opportunity for transformation. Again, it's not about money. It's about demonstrating value. And that right there is where a lot of us have to work. It took me a long time to understand. Heck, it took me a long time to understand the difference between benefits and features, because I'm like, my features are beneficial. I don't know what you're talking about, right? So I have to use different words so that y'all won't make the mistake that I made. So I tell y'all, hey, transformation and features, right? And then I go into features are, what's included, modules, meetings, you know what I'm saying? So I make sure that I'm clear so that y'all get it and y'all not spinning your wheels talking about that sound like the same thing, right? But you have to be good at presenting the value of things. And the real value, I'm telling you, is in the transformation, right? Y'all don't come to me and get these strategy sessions and come to the workshops just because you like, know, and trust me. You come because there's a transformation behind what I'm offering and you want that transformation. The next workshop is about to be off the chain, just so y'all know. It's about to be off the chain, okay?
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, how to get to your money is what we're going to. I'm pulling pieces out of my new offer because what I recognize is a lot of y'all don't know how to make your money. You don't know how to go get your money. Some of y'all don't know how to ask for the sale, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But so I'm coming up with a framework for you to just follow step by step to get to the money. Okay, so it's different than just any old promotional campaign. It's a get to the money. Okay, so it's gonna be a combination of campaign and money making activities together. That's the next workshop, because I'm looking at what y'all need. Right? I'm very much aligned of what's happening in the world right now, what's happening with entrepreneurs, what's happening with solopreneurs. And what I understand is it's hard for us to make our money right now. Some of it is in our head because we think it's hard. Some of it is the economic climate. Some of it is because you don't know how to show the value. And some of it is because you don't know the steps to go through. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Reiterate the time, the limited time bonuses and disappearing bonuses. Reiterate guarantees to reduce risk. And this is the part that I really want y'all to understand. Once y'all done came up with this price that made you want to throw up and then you doubled it because that's probably the right price. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Okay. When you are pitching, especially one-on-one, because see, y'all will say it in the group. You know what I'm saying? One to many, you might be more comfortable saying the price because you say the price and then you think, you're going to go and get off the stage or go and close out the Zoom, right? But one-on-one, it's harder for y'all to give that price. And this is where y'all start to overgive or start to try to convince. This is what I want y'all to get in the habit of doing. I want y'all to get in the habit of saying your price and shut up. Say your price and shut up. Okay? Give people a chance to process it. Give them a chance to react to it. Give them a chance to talk first after you've given the price. If you got to sing in your head, if you got to count backwards from 10 in your head, I don't care, right? Now, if you get somebody that's not saying nothing, don't just look at it crazy. Don't look crazy. But once you count to 5, 10, and they haven't said anything, then you just start asking questions. You should have questions, right? What are your thoughts on getting to this transformation, right? This is an investment that you're going to get a return on, and the return is this. Is this a return that you would like to have in your life, in your business, in your whatever, right? We don't bring the price down, y'all. That's not what we do. We show the value, okay? So that's important. Glow said, I don't think I know how to get to the money. It's like I know how to ask for it, but I'm not consistent. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You're not consistent in asking for it, and you're not consistent in the way that you ask for it. Trust me, I know. That's what I'm working on. Okay, that's what I'm working on. All right, guys. So we talked about the close. I gave you a lot of stuff that's in the blog and not in the blog. I want to know, what about this closing do you know may have cost you a sale in the past that you now will start to implement? Let's start with Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi, what do you know that you should do in the future that you know may have cost you the pitch in the past?
What do I know that I should do in the future that cost me the pitch in the past?
Yes.
I don't think
You want me to rephrase it?
probably, because there's too much in my
Look,
head.
I'll phrase it the way I always phrase it. What do
Okay.
you know from this list that you need to implement that will be most successful for you?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's helpful.
No problem. No
That's
problem.
helpful. Um, uh, hmm. You know what?
What?
One-on-one interactions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me tell you what I'm in the habit of doing right now. I'm in the habit, and we kind of talked about it in part 1 or part 2. I don't remember. Maybe Heather will tell us from her notes. But I love to add in as a bonus a one-on-one strategy at the end. It's either going to be a strategy that I do in the one to many, or it's going to be a strategy that I do as a part of the promo funnel emails that I ask you, to get on the phone with me and let's discuss something or whatever, because that's a way to get them from the one to many to the one-on-one, and your closing rate is going to be higher when you do that. So yeah, sometimes it's just about presenting the opportunity to be one-on-one when you sold something one to many. So yeah.
May I ask a quick question?
Yes,
So
please.
with the one-on-one, is that, or which is to funnel them into something bigger, is there a time limitation you have?
Not really, because you want to have a process for it, right? So, for example, I'm either going to go ahead and give it as part of the strategy that goes one to many. Hey, as a free gift of you being here with me today, sales event day, right? I'm going to give you a free strategy with me one-on-one. So use this link to book it, right? But everybody doesn't take it then. They don't write the link down. The sales event is over. And so then you might want to make it a part of your email sequence, right? When you need to have a windfall of revenue in your business, you can go back to that same list of attendees and say, hey, I noticed that a few of you never took advantage of your one-on-one. I would love to help you with one problem. So, hey, this is your opportunity to come and ask me one question. You see what I'm saying? So you can go back. You can definitely go back.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Dr. Toya, what will you find most useful from these closing strategies? Oh, you on? Come on, big star. Oh,
I
let me tell
know.
y'all something about Dr. Toya. I'm surprised she and I are up because we was up late last night with the magic and the mojo crafting. Okay. And
Yeah.
she was still up when I actually got to bed over there answering questions in Asana. So I'm surprised she joined us today. I'm surprised I even have the energy to talk to y'all. But Dr. Toya showing that face. All right.
Yes,
So
let me tell
give
you.
it to
Part
us.
of the reason I'm here is because I was up so late. So I am going into work late. I dropped the kids off and came back home.
Gotcha.
So what's interesting is yesterday, after the questions from yesterday, one of my answers was I bring people in that don't have the resources necessarily to do the things that I want to do. But then I had 3 clients yesterday, and what I realized was all of them were new, and they had been like I had seen their names pop up. Is because they had been interacting throughout different ways in my community. And I went back and pulled one of the people, and she had actually joined like a year ago. So I had to reevaluate, and it's that whole lifetime value, right, of the person. So yes, I'm doing these things, they come in for free. But to this question, I just wanted to address that. But for this question specifically, I am going to integrate the disappearing bonuses. The other thing that's kind of been rumbling in my spirit over these last weeks as I get ready for this new offering is I don't like discount. Like I've been doing like early bird discounts or early bird registration. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. Right. And so I've been trying to figure out what to do, but I think it's the disappearing bonuses that feels a little bit more aligned to me. So today will be the only day that these people get the early bird registration, and then everybody else in the other funnels will get disappearing bonuses.
I love it. I'm gonna tell you, I'm okay with doing early bird stuff when I'm still developing stuff, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, if you believe in me and I ain't even created it yet, I don't mind giving you, right? But also when I'm planning out my offer and the sales event, I've already planned out the lowest I'm willing to go, right? What the highest is and what's a number in between there, right? So it's like early bird discounted regular price, right? Because over the life of this offer, those are the numbers I'm going to always use, right? So when I come back, let's say we have the funnel going and say we come back 6 months, the people from this sales event, I might offer them the early bird again. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never going to pick numbers that are going to cannibalize the profit I'm supposed to make off of it though, right? This is why it's important that we put a number out there, and that first number, we might have to double that. Because if we went with our first number and then tried to do a discount, we wouldn't be making no money. Right? So yeah, I love that. There was something you said also that I wanted to say. I didn't want to interrupt you and stop your thought. Now I think I done lost my thought. What was it? I don't know. Hopefully I'll think about it and get back to it. But all right. Let's go to Dr. LaFera. Dr. LaFera, what's something that you got out of the closing strategies today that you're definitely going to implement? You're on mute. You look pretty though. Come on, come through now. Okay, let me ask you to unmute, and then maybe you can unmute because you still talking to us, and I just said you on mute. There you go.
See, why you put me on mute?
Listen, it be you. You know, I had to feel the dead air. You just be leaving for us. We just don't understand what be going on.
Yeah, I was trying to put on some lipstick before you called me. Okay. So what I haven't done in the past is because I haven't really committed to an offer the way that I have now. Not this offer. I never wanted to do a course, but because I've committed to it and kind of gotten clear on who I want to be in it, I know that I have not committed to, like you said, the disappearing bonuses. Yeah, a lot of stuff that I would have offered to people to work with me when I was doing one-on-one, I had as part of my offer. And the other thing is when I help people to become healthier by the natural stuff that I talk to them about, like the juicing, in the past, I haven't pushed this because like I haven't been in my energy like I should have been, and like said stuff like, I'm a real doctor. I'm a doctor in real life. I don't play one on YouTube, like like a lot of these people. And then and also I have been a patient now several times, and I know how it feels to be in your shoes. And so I can use those things to help people, when I am presenting offers to help them, change their diet and lifestyle to get healthy.
Love that. I love that. Thank you, Dr. LaFera.
Mhm.
All right, let's go to Miss Shawana Kennedy. Mrs. Kennedy, what is one of these closing strategies you know will be helpful for your bottom line when you're out here making the sale?
Well, seeing as how I've been with you for a while and through the phases of my businesses, at some point we have talked about structuring the price and we've had the conversation, guys. So if you have not had your one-on-one with Shay Cannon, yes, this is a not so shameless plug. Because we have navigated those spaces, it's funny hearing everything you said because we've had those discussions. We've
Yes.
had to go back, peel back the layer, get to what's the uncomfortability of me asking for the sale. I loved how you put it. I believe that martyr thing. And then it is being okay to set the price. So even if you don't add anything else, you're still okay with the price. I already add a consultation in what it is that I do because it is a part of the strategy because I need to have that time with you. So it's just good to know that I'm doing pretty good over here because of the time, and I have to count it with my time being with you, the courses, the things, the planning, the strategy that I have invested, guys. It requires an investment and it lets me know that I'm still doing it the right way. So I appreciate you, Shay. So, because everything you're saying, we've already had these conversations. I've already paid for the courses and I'm my both thumbs is up. You can't see them, but they are. So I appreciate you. Mwah.
No problem. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Glow, come off the mic. You said, I don't think I know how to get to the money. It's like I know how to ask for it, but I'm not consistent with what you last said. Are you available to come off the mic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So tell me which one of the strategies we talked about today that you think will be most helpful.
I should have been.
Glow like all of it. Glow over there.
Basically, I
Look,
want
Glow over
to
there
say
doing the
all of
Dewana. All of it.
it.
Okay. So let me ask you this first, Glow. How often are you asking for the sale?
I feel like that I'm asking for I guess it depends on which business. With my lot business, I feel like that I'm asking for the sale every day.
Okay.
But when it comes to my t-shirts, I had posted some cups that I had made, and a couple of people was like, they wanted one.
Yes.
But I guess I'm not consistent with that because of my lot business, because I just don't want to overwhelm myself. But I want people to know that I do. Yeah.
That's why you pick one business. That's the focus. That doesn't mean you don't do things for the other businesses, but when you have multiple businesses, forward facing, you should really be showing one, right? So this is the struggle me and Shawana have had for years now, right? But you pick one. And so the funny thing is, I bet you make more money in your lot business than you do in your t-shirt business, don't you?
I do.
I know, because you're over there asking for the sale daily. You see the difference?
Yes.
Yeah. So when it comes to what's going to be the money maker in your main focus, maybe that need to be the lot business, and everything else just goes along with the podcast. And when you do it is when you do it. You see what I'm saying? You cannot expect that you're going to have all of these things rise at the same time. You're one person with a finite amount of time, a finite amount of focus, a finite amount of investment to put into the business. Only one of them is going to strike out. And that's going to be the one you give the most focus to. Again, it's like spinning plates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you might as well resign yourself to the fact that the lot business gets your focus. The podcast is going to get some routine, stuff going on. And when you can, you're going to do the t-shirt business. But all of them are not going to come up to be six-figure businesses together with you being one person. It just does not work.
Ma'am. I needed that. I needed to hear that. I feel so much better. about I feel so much better about what is happening right now. So thank you so much.
No problem, no problem. Shawana, what you want to add? 'Cause
Yeah, I want to, right. You saw me, I was doing like, nope. Okay, guys.
look, I'm
what y'all
surprised
can't
you let
see.
me get away with a little something I said yesterday. You didn't catch it.
It was kind of like, you know how you do the little signal with your finger, like the I was doing it with the mic. Glow, what it is too, you have to remember with your show, if you're wearing your t-shirt, if your hair is fresh and popping, that is even in a part of your outro to your shows. Like, hey guys, I got to let you know that today's episode was sponsored by, that's the name of your business. To be like, I know y'all love my hair, check me out. That's a, not, like I said, not so shameless plug in your other area that's still talking about what Shay's saying, your forward facing, which is where you make your money, which is the locks. So that's how in those other things, you're wearing the shirt and your hair is popped, but you're also giving that not so shameless, be like, y'all already know what I'm about to tell you right here. Yes, I'm wearing my own gear, and you already know your girl do braids too. I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah, love it.
I like that. I do that at the beginning, but I just don't think about it as being an outro. I just, let the people.
Right, because what about the people who may not listen at the show at the beginning? They may catch it halfway through. What about the people who don't even go back and listen at the replay? Don't ever, it's no different than a paid sponsor. They're expecting to see their stuff every commercial. That's
right.
just a thought. And so if your commercial is your shirt and your hair, that's where you got to get it in. You have to get it in, or even create the little sound bite. Y'all know, I mean, anybody that ever watched mine, y'all know that I have started to implement my own commercial. This episode is brought to you by Kennedy Media XYZ in my shows. So that's just a tip for everybody. I rest.
I love that. Thank you.
Love it, love it. Debbie, out of the closing strategies we talked about today, what is one or two that you need to implement? Come on, shoulders. Come on, shoulders.
I was thinking, I do several of the things that you say. I let the client talk, and then I actually have them tell me the range of their budget, and then I can work within there. But my problem is I prepare these proposals and then I don't hear back from them. So I'm chasing them, which is what I don't like. And so that's one problem. And the other is I've been offering these free consultations, like 30-minute consultations to meet with me. And I'm not getting any traction from that. So I'm wondering if I'm not showing enough of the value in the free consultation. It's free.
Well, it's not that you're not showing enough in the consultation. They're not even taking you up on it to know whether or not it's valuable or not. So what we have to understand is right now in this economic climate, time is literally money. People are less likely to jump on a call, even if it's free, if you have not nurtured them enough where they feel like they already know there's going to be value from this call and I will not waste my time. You see what I'm saying? They're not willing to wait to get on the call to find that out. So this is where we now need to have these other types of high value lead magnets, right? So if you had a morning show like this and you watch me Monday through Thursday and I offer you a free call, you jumping on because I give you value for free every morning. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So where's the nurturing for that? It's a big ask now. So instead, you might have to do that assessment, you know what I'm saying, where they can self-assess in a form or something like that, where they can get immediate value. They want to be, if they need what you got, they can be assessed on how ready they are to get it, right?
Well, that's a good point, Shay, because I do the podcast, I have my segment, and in the flyer that I send out for the free consultation, I have a QR code with a clip to one of my segments talking about video marketing, how to use it in your business. So I'm giving them that. So you're saying,
I'm saying that
out of constant contact.
What I'm saying is a free call has now moved up as a huge ask. It's no longer a little ask in this climate because people's time is money, right? And what we know about huge ask is you have to have given value over time, not just one clip. So what is something that will be of value for them that they don't have to wonder, are they going to waste their time? An assessment, So they might know they need your video production high value offer, but how ready are they for it to help them make a buying decision? So you give them a readiness assessment that they can download for free. Now you have the email address. Now you can start as a funnel of email sequences, give them value, and then say, hey, if you like this, let's get on a call and talk about how we can make it work for you.
Okay. Okay.
So now it's a part of the process, the call.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Cool beans, cool beans.
Thank you.
Look, y'all jumping around. Look, y'all getting on camera today. It's warming my heart. It's warming my heart. But y'all jumping this Zoom around on this old brain that didn't go to sleep till 2 in the morning. And now I'm like, where am I? Kimberly, I don't know if you can come off the mic. I know that you said I've done that with pricing. I don't remember what we were talking about when you said that. You said doesn't work. My price is my price at this point. I think maybe you were talking about discounting it. So let's talk about that, right? So you don't always have to discount your price, right? This is where bonuses could come in. What can you add, right? Your price can stay the same. And then what can you add that is limited time? So another thing about limited time bonuses is keep a list of bonuses and don't always give all your bonuses as a part of the offer at one time. Sometimes you want to represent the same offer at the same price with a different bonus, right? So different bonuses will attract different people at different times.
What's up?
We're gonna mute you, Debbie. Okay, so I don't know if that was what you were talking about, Kimberly, or not, but let me say something else about bonuses before I go to Heather, because I think she's the only one that hasn't spoken yet. Did y'all know that bonuses, I want y'all to shy away from giving your time all the time, because just like time is money for your avatar, time is money for you too. We all in the same climate. Our time is literally money, right? And so I want y'all to start taking advantage of PLR products, private label resource products, or private label rights, right? And MRR, that's master resale rights, okay? So what it is these are things that somebody else made that you can put your brand on and you can sell it as a part of your stuff. So what kind of PLR and MRR stuff out there complements your offer? Let's throw it in there. Let's overwhelm them with bonuses that we didn't have to create. Okay? So let me put that in there you go, PLR. We're going to put it over here on YouTube also in the comments. And if y'all do the live comments not show once the YouTube live isn't there? It does not. Okay, yeah, because I was looking for something yesterday and I was like, oh, it don't show no more. All right. Yeah, I don't see them either. Once we are not live anymore, I don't see the live comments. You only see the comments that you can make on the replay video. All right, cool. All right, Heather, what is something you learned from these closing strategies today that you know you need to implement?
Well, like Shawana, because I've been in your orbit for a while and I attended the retreat and had that one-on-one time with you. We already went through all of these. They're already a part of my roadmap. But the hardest thing for me that I had to learn was to state the price and then shut up. That was the hardest thing for me, because you want to fill you want to continually justify, like, this is why the price is the price. This is why the transformation is worth the investment. But also, to echo Shawana a little bit, like, you have to pay. All of us have to give money and pay. We have to invest in our success. Like, if we want people to invest in us for transformation, where we want transformation, we have to be willing to invest, right? That's why I attend your workshops. That's why I went on the retreat. That's why I will be doing your full-on, damn it, I forgot what it's even called. I just had it in my
advisory cohort.
Thank you, that. And I'll be doing that. But one of the things that I still struggle with is saying no is just, it's no. And then reflecting on how I could have done better. I always think about it after the call, but it's a constant refinement on how to present what I offer and how it helps and how it gets you over that hump of getting the book out of your head and into the hands of readers, right? So
yeah. Yeah, it's you know, I'm gonna tell y'all, nothing has been as faith activating for me besides parenthood than entrepreneurship. Let me tell you, entrepreneurship gonna show you who you are and who you ain't. Okay, and if you don't fix who you ain't that you need to be, your business is not gonna be as successful as it should be. I am now in the habit of telling people when I think they need therapy. Because if I tell you, hey, that's you, that's not a thing, and you can't get out your own way, your business is going to suffer. And if the tools I tried to give you won't work for you, then guess what? You need more professional tools. That's all therapy is. And the more you can get out of your own way, the more successful you're going to be. I look for ways that I'm in my own way and I call them out. I'm not just straightforward with y'all. I'm straightforward with myself. Because most of the time, that transformation that you want is on the other side of you taking that straightforward advice and implementing something. Okay. So yeah, we have to understand that some of us are in the way of our own success, right? And we have to have tools for that. But thank you for that, Heather. Yes, to get a strategy session, shaycannon.com/strategy, I believe is the link. I actually don't know what the link is right now off the top of my head. We're not having no sleep, but I'm thinking the way that I make links, I think that that's probably the link. All right. Let's see. Yes, Dr. Tachi. And Dr. LaFera said, when is the advisory cohort? So Dr. Tachi, the advisory cohort is a top level program and you can't get in there without a roadmap. So you have to get a roadmap first. You can get a roadmap through a strategy session. You can get a roadmap through the retreat. You can get a roadmap. It's DIY through the course. But that one is not from me, but you have to have a roadmap from my framework before you can get into the advisory cohort, because the advisory cohort is not about creating your roadmap. It's about me walking alongside you as you execute your roadmap so we can get you where you want to go, right? So that's why it's called an advisory cohort, and it's a 12-month commitment. Whereas, strategy session is one and done. The retreat, is 5 glorious days and 4 nights in paradise. And the course is, I think, a 12-week or 6-week course. Look, I need to get back into the details of my own offer. But that course is DIY. And depending on what level you come in on the retreat, if you come in on the regular level, I'm going to teach you how to do your own blueprint. If you come in as a VIP, I sit down at the retreat and do it with you. So that's how it is. So you start with the roadmap, and then you can get in the advisory cohort where I will walk alongside you for 12 months to help you execute the roadmap, adapt the roadmap, change it, overcome obstacles, all the good things. So yeah. All right, guys, let's get up out of here. This went long. So you guys have a great day. The studio is closing in 5, 4, 3,